Hello and welcome to my gp100 project series, and in this part we're going to be looking at both the carburetors and basically showing you why I'm going to choose the one I'm going to choose. It's pretty blatantly obvious which one I'm going to choose when I take the bottoms of the float balls out, but I thought I would go through it with you because it shows the difference between a good carburetor and one that's been not well maintained in its life. And I think we can guess which one's which when I take these off, so I shall do that now. Now at first looks it's not really too obvious to see. We can see there's a bit of gunk around this one, there's not as much on this one, but if we look at the float balls, this is the right hand side carburetor's float ball and this is the left one's float ball. Now as we can see, the right one's covered in this it's slimy, waxy residue, and that's basically left off the petrol, because what somebody's done is when they've got rid of this engine, it's had fuel in the float ball and it's just basically gone off and turned into this waxy gunk that's just been left all over the carburetor, and this is being cleaned. Not well, I will admit, but it's kind of got the majority of it out, whereas this one is all nice and clean. Yeah, we can start to guess which one we're going to use. And if we stick these to the back and we remove the floats of each of the carburetors, when we're doing a job like this, I will recommend you have a pair of forceps handy, because forceps are always handy to have with fiddly jobs. Like when you don't have any fingernails and you can't push the pins out of the floats. Like I'm doing here. And it goes up. There we go. Yeah, now I've taken the pins out and the floats, we can plainly see the one on the right is just covered in that waxy residue off the petrol. It's just a few hours of soaking in a solvent or something will fix that. It isn't a great loss. I could make this work if I wanted to, but what's the point when I can save a lot of time and effort and just basically go with this one. If you turn them on the sides as well, this is even more plain to see. It's just chalk and cheese really. And if I was really going to, I might be able to save the jets, but me being me, I would prefer to change both the main jet, the idler jet, and also the needle valve here, just to make sure it's going to run. Whereas with this one, I think somebody's already overhauled this before I've got to it, and in the basically not that long after it got not used, because most of these parts actually look pretty new and clean. It's if we look at the needle jet here when the camera focuses, that's in great nick, but if we compare that to the other one, which is this one here, like I say, it's not bad. It was in worse condition with that, but it's still got like a glazy residue off the petrol on it. And needle valves are notorious for not working properly with the slightest of gunk in them, so yeah, we can I'm going to be using the carburetor on the left. I can safely say that's basic. It doesn't even need to be asked which one I'm going to be using. I just thought, since I was basically checking the other carburetor, I would show you basically the differences in between a carburetor that's been left with fuel for ages and a carburetor that has been cleaned. And it's chalk and cheese, and like I say, the float balls say it all. That's just wrong. So I'm not going to be using that one. Which way does this go? Would help if I put it on the right way. But yeah, I shall keep the other carburetor for the time being in case I need any parts, but to be honest, I don't think I'm going to be needing any parts off that carburetor at all. But yeah, I shall be using this carburetor here for my main engine project, and this one is going to sit around for a bit unless I sell it. But we shall see how that goes, but I shall end that video there. I don't know what the next video is. It shall be a surprise, because I'm just basically doing it on a day-to-day basis, and depending on how I feel, depends on which video I put up. So yeah, keep watching this space and keep safe.